there, hockey fans and Apba Hockey enthusiasts, to the 2026 Apba Hockey Tournament with 16 of the top all-time great teams battling it out in a single elimination tournament to find out who the champion will be. This is the 10th game of the tournament. This is the second game of the Elite Eight. And today we have Edmonton at Calgary, the Stanley Cup champion, 83-84 Edmonton Oilers, led by Wayne Gretzky. 205 points scored in the season with 87 goals, going up against Calgary. Calgary led by Nieuwendyk. So we got a very good matchup here. Edmonton had beat Colorado in the previous round, 3-2, with Wayne Gretzky getting all 3 goals. And Calgary easily disposed of the Los Angeles Kings, 7-4. So let's get ready for some action here in the tournament here on the Tigerbob Sports Broadcast and Network as we get ready for face-off. Both the teams are on the ice. In goal for Edmonton, we got Grant Fuhrer. In Calgary, we got Mike Vernon in goal for Calgary. We got the number 1 lines out here with Gretzky, Messier, and Curry against Nieuwendyk, Roberts, and Mullen. Let's get ready to drop the puck and play some Apba Hockey. 11. That is a possible somebody getting kicked out. We got to re-roll the dice for the face-off. We got a 6. As Nieuwendyk and Gretzky, it's an even 6. Visitors kicked out. Gretzky's kicked out of the box. And actually, Messier is going in the box, and Messier will be a +2. Messier should be taking the face-off. He will this time. Messier taking the face-off. 8 on the +2. Advantage, right defenseman. Huddy has the puck, and we're underway in Calgary with the winner going to the Final Four. Charlie Huddy, 46 is a 41. Possible bench minor. Calgary has a 0. Edmonton has a 13. So checking for the bench minor. 36, no bench minor. 2 through 10, we'll have a neutral zone face-off. It's a 5. So 30 seconds played. We got a neutral zone face-off. This time Messier is taking the face-off. He's a +2 over Nieuwendyk. 5 on the +2. Disadvantage, right wing. Here comes Joe Mullen in Calgary. Joe Mullen, 41. 41's a 5. 5. That'll stay a 5. Anybody got a 41? We got an assist. McGinnis has a 41. That means Mullen will get a shot. Shooting to 31. Mullen lets it go. He puts it on the goalie. Grant Fuhrer. 31's a 4. Saves it to the left wing. Calgary comes down with an awesome scoring chance early in the game. And Grant Fuhrer is up to the task, and we're 1 minute into the game. And here comes the left wing. Mark Messier, 14's a 30. We have an icing. Face off down in Edmonton's end. Messier, the +2 on the face off. 9, +2. Disadvantage, center, Nieuwendyk in the offensive zone. They're on the offensive zone. I go to the green little tab there. So offensive zone, 65 is a 29, taken away by the left defenseman, Paul Coffey. He's in a... This will be the last time down the ice here for Edmonton. Paul Coffey starting to play. 15. 15's a 2. 2 will drop to a 3. He's going to get a shot. Shot range of 24 for Coffey. Coffey gets a 22. He puts it on Mike Vernon. Can Mike Vernon make the save? Mike Vernon. 62's a 4. Saves it to the left wing. Both goalies coming up big early in the game, as both teams had an awesome scoring opportunity. Left wing has it. Roberts, and we got to get a change on the fly. 2.5 minutes in. Looking at the red dice, it's a 5. It goes in the corner with Huddy. My second dice rolls a 5. That means the centerman's going in there with a corner battle. Centerman's a 12. Huddy's an 8. Gilmore takes the puck away. He's looking for the highest shot frequency. Lube has the puck. Slot battle. Lube. Slot battle 5. Right wing 5 in the slot battle. Going up against the centerman. He has a 6. The centerman has a 3. Lube is going to get a shot on the slot battle. Shot range 22. Out of the range. Second shot for Calgary. Fuhr, 55's a 2. Saves it to the right defenseman. 3 minutes in. Skates behind the net. He's letting his number 2 forward lines coming out. Now we got the number 2 lines out for both teams. We got Pozar, linesman, Anderson for Edmonton, Patterson, Gilmore, and Lube for Calgary. Huddy starting to play for Edmonton. 63's a 25, taken away by the right defenseman, McGinnis. And it's Calgary's turn, flying down the ice. Al McGinnis. 16, 28, taken away by the right wing of Edmonton, Glenn Anderson. Glenn Anderson, 64 is a 3. 3 will drop to a 6 with the ODIA. That's a possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 shots for the block. Looking at the red dice, it's a 4. Calgary gets a block shot. Strong defense out there. Block shot. Dice roll for the block shot. It's going to be a face-off down in Calgary's end. And just like that, just under 5 minutes into the game, and we got the number 3 lines coming out here already. Switch my forward lines about every 2.5 minutes. Switch my defenseman about every 5 minutes. So the face-off down there, we got the number 3 lines coming out for Calgary. It's Peplinski, Otto, and Hunter. And for Edmonton, it's Hunter, McClellan, and Hughes. So we got a Hunter on both sides. We got a face-off down in Calgary's end. McClellan's a 1. Otto's a 4. So we got a +3 for Otto on the face-off. 5 on the +3. Disadvantage right wing. Patrick Hughes is in the offensive zone. 66 is a 1. He's going to get a shot. Hughes has a shot range of 25. Lets it fly. It is a 25. He puts it right on the goalie. Mike Vernon has to come up big again. Mike Vernon, 51's a 3. Saves it to the centerman. Vernon is 2 for 2 on the big saves. 15 minutes left here in the period. .36 is a 34 for Otto, and we got a penalty. So 5 minutes into the game, Edmonton going on their first power play. They got the number 1 line now here with Messier, Gretzky, Curry, and Coffey, and Huddy playing defense. Going up against Calgary, Herdina's in here to play center, and they got the right wing taken out. So Messier is a +2 on the face-off. 8 on the +2, advantage right defenseman Charlie Huddy. On the power play for Edmonton, 11 is a 1. He gets a shot. His 13 bumps up to a 15. Charlie Huddy lets it fly. 55 is out of the range. That's the 3rd shot for Edmonton. Mike Vernon, 42, is a 4. Saves it to the left wing. Peplinski, that eats up the first 30 seconds of the man advantage for Edmonton. And here comes a shorthanded team. Jimmy Peplinski, shorthanded. 65 is a 37. 37 on the shorthanded. On the burger charts, that will go up to a 36. And that is actually going to be a defensive face-off. Eats up another 30 seconds of the Edmonton power play. Face-off. Messier, +2. 7 on the +2. Advantage center. Gretzky with the man advantage. Here comes Gretzky. 26 is a 12 with the man advantage. Isn't it try a pass? Pass or assist. The 4 goes to the second highest. So to go to Curry. 11 through 64, you'll get a shot. So Curry's going to get a shot. It's 41, bumps up to 43. What a shot range. It is a 43. He puts it on the goalie. Vernon trying to make a save. 61 is a 6. Another huge save. Gonna have a face-off down in Calgary's end. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. What a scoring opportunity as Gretzky stood up Curry. Curry put it on the goalie, but Mike Vernon was huge. +2 for Messier on the face-off. 9 on the +2. Disadvantage center. Verdina, man disadvantage. 53 is a 9. Taken away by the right defenseman, Charlie Huddy. Here comes Edmonton. 53 is a 9. He's going to get a shot on the power play. Shot range of 13 goes up to 15. Puts it out of the range. 5th shot for Edmonton. Mike Vernon. 14's a 30. He cannot make a clean save. It's bouncing around. Centerman Gretzky works it around. He's going to get a shot. His 41 goes up to a 43. Out of the range. It's a 45. Can Vernon make a clean save? 46 is a 42. He cannot. Now there's going to be a rebound opportunity. Rebound. 4 is the second highest. Looks like the second highest I will be Gretzky. So Gretzky gets a 6-6 on a rebound. Shot range +2. So 41 goes to 43, goes to 45 on the face on the power play. Gretzky puts it on the goalie. Vernon, 16, 28, cannot make the save. And a great one, scores the goal on the power play, and Edmonton takes a 1-0 lead here. So with 12:42 left here in the first period, Wayne Gretzky with the power play goal, his 4th goal of the tournament. He got an assist from Curry. So a power play on, that was off a rebound. Edmonton takes the 1-0 lead. As we get ready for a face-off here at center ice, we got the number 4 lines coming out here with the number 2 defense pairings. But number 4 lines play 1 shift for a period, so they play about 7.5 minutes a game. So we got Conacher is a 1. Herdina's a 2, so +1 for Calgary on the face-off. 6 +1, advantage left defenseman. Here comes Gary Suter in Calgary, down 1 early. Suter, 45, is a 15. 15 stays a 15, so he's going to try a pass. Number 3 is going to go to the second highest shot frequency. Second highest will be, we're going to go to McDonald. 11-241. McDonald has a shot. Suter to McDonald. McDonald shoots to 24. 54 is out of the range. That is the 3rd shot today for Calgary with 1 good scoring opportunity. Grant Pierre, 13's a 5, saves it to the right wing. Wiley Lindstrom. 12.5 minutes left here. Here comes Edmonton. Wiley Lindstrom. 36 is a 33. That is a possible penalty going to the penalty chart. 33-51. We are going to have a neutral zone face-off. As I use the chart that Mike Berger came up with, that seems to work out really good. Keeps the game flowing really well. +1 for Herdina on the face-off. 11 on the +1. Advantage right defenseman. Jamie McCoon in Calgary on the attack. Here comes McCoon. 64. 64 is a 23. 23 will be taken away by the opposing right wing, Wiley Lindstrom. And Edmonton, the number 4 line, coming down the ice. Edmonton with a 1-0 lead. 22's a 1. Lindstrom's going to get a shot. Here's a shot range of 31. Lindstrom. Shot range of 31 is out of the range. 8th shot for Edmonton here in the first period. Mike Vernon. 53's a 5, saves it to the right wing. Lanny McDonald. And here comes Lanny. Here comes Calgary. 65 is a 35. Oh no, Lanny McDowell's going to go to the penalty box. Let's shake the dice to see if anything else is happening with it. 52, he's going to get a straight 2-minute minor. And already, Edmonton is going on their 2nd power play. So 10.5 minutes left here in the first period. Edmonton with a 1-0 lead, and they got the number 1 power play team out there again, as Calgary cannot afford to keep taking these little cheap penalties. Messier is a +2 on the face-off for Edmonton. 3 on the +2. Disadvantage right defenseman. Here comes Bobby Ramage, Calgary, shorthanded. 45 is a 26. Goes back to Messier. The offensive team in the power play. Messier on the power play. 56 is a 34. 34 is going to go up to a 33. And this is going to be a 2-minute penalty for Messier. So we will be going 4-on-4 for a little while. So with 10 minutes left here in the first period, halfway through the first period, we got 4-on-4 for the next minute and a half. And then Calgary will get a little short power play. So Gretzky is a 3. Nieuwendyk's a 1, so +1. Edmonton, Gretzky, 3 on the +1. Advantage left wing. They do not have a left wing as he's in the penalty box. Gretzky on the +1. 4 on the +1. Disadvantage left defenseman McCrimmon. Here comes Brad McCrimmon. 4-on-4. 64 is a 23 on a 4-on-4. Taken away by the opposing right wing. Yari Curry has the puck. 9.5 minutes left here. First period. 4-on-4 action. Yari Curry. 26 is a 14. He's going to try a pass. Got a 5. Going to pass it to the third highest. So Curry passing it to Huddy. 11 through 43, he gets a shot. Huddy's going to get a shot. This 13 is going up to a 15. Charlie Huddy out of the range. That'll be the 9th shot for Edmonton. Out of the range, Mike Vernon. 21 is a 6. He's going to hold it for a face-off down in Calgary's end. That uses up another 30 seconds of the power play of the 4-on-4. So Calgary's guy is back in the penalty box for another 30 seconds. Then they'll go on the power play. Gretzky is the +1. 8 on the +1. Disadvantage left wing. Here we go. Out of the defensive zone. 35 is a 5. Out of the defense wins. Possible shot on goal if anybody has a 35. They do. McGinnis has a 41. So Roberts is going to get a shot. 26 bumps up to 32. Out of the range. That'll be the 4th shot for Calgary. Out of the range shot. Grant Fuhr. 33's a 1. Saves it to the left defenseman. Paul Coffey. We got Calgary back at full strength. And here comes Edmonton, shorthanded. Paul Coffey for 30 seconds, shorthanded. 56 is a 34, shorthanded. 34 is going to bump up to a 33. And that'll be taken away by the opposing left wing. And here comes the power play team. Gary Roberts. Last 30 seconds of the power play. 43 is a 29. Goes back to Paul Coffey. Both these teams are back to full strength. Play some 5-on-5 hockey. And we're going to get a change on the fly. It's a 6. It's an icing. Both teams will get a change in. It's back when these teams played, you could change on icings. So you got the F2s and FD3 and the D3s. 2s and 3s coming out. 1-0. Edmonton. 8 minutes left here in the first period on a goal by Gretzky. Face off down in Edmonton's end. Gilmore is a 4. Lensman's a 3. So +1 for Calgary in the offensive zone. 9, advantage center, Gilmore in the offensive zone. Can he get a shot? 41 is a 15. Gonna try a pass. 3, that'll be the second highest shot range. So Gilmore's gonna pass it to Lube. Assist to 42. Out of the range, Lube has the puck. Not a shot, but they are under control. 44 is a 1. He does skate in for a shot. Lube has a shot range of 22. Fires the puck at Fear out of the range with a 26. Fifth shot of the game for Calgary. Grant Fear saves it to the left defenseman, Fogelin. And here comes Edmonton Fogelin, Lee Fogelin. 15. 15's a 7. Possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots for the block. Looking at the red dice. It is a 5. Block shot, Calgary. Block shot. Deflects it to the right defenseman. That'll be the second block shot for Calgary. And here comes the right defenseman, Rob Ramage. 24. 24 is a 9. Block to the left defenseman the other way. Fogelin has it. First block for Edmonton, Lee Fogelin. 32 is a 26. Goes over to Colin Patterson. And here comes Calgary. Patterson skating into the zone. 12 is a 25. Taken away by the right defenseman, Don Jackson. A little back and forth action going here. As we got 6.5 minutes left here in the first period. Jackson, 34 is a 31. And they got plenty enough intimidation to take it away. We got a couple 4s on defense. That'll be taken away by the left defenseman, Dana Merzen. 6 minutes left in the first period. And here comes Dana Merzen. 23 is a 22. Back to the centerman. Back to linesman. Last time down the ice. 4. The number 2 line. Linesman. 53. 53. That will be a matchup. Center. Matchup. 9. Center matchup 9. What do we got going on? Center battles along the boards with the opposing left wing, the center C. The center C is a 10. The opposing left wing is a 10. Shaking the dice. It's an 8. Puck frozen for a defensive face-off. So we got a face-off down in Calgary's end. And we got a line change. What I do if it's an even, if it says advantage and both guys have the same rating, I go with the defensive player. Because I never found no definitive answer in the rule book. So we got 5 minutes left here in the period. 1-0 lead for Edmonton. And we got the number 3 lines coming out with the number 1 defense pairings. Face off down in front of Mike Vernon. Face off. We got a 1 for McClellan. We got a 4 for Otto. So Calgary's a +3 on the face off. 8 on the +3. Advantage right wing. Mark Hunter coming out of the defensive end. Here comes Hunter. 16 is a 36. It is going to be a penalty. 11 through 45 will be a possible fight. It is a 64. So it could be possible coincidental minors. So we know that Hunter's going to the penalty box. Will anybody join him? The top minimum guy over here is Hunter on the other side. That's out of the range. Let me get a better look at the cards here. Actually, the first guy was McClellan. Now the second guy is Hunter. McClellan at a 36, so he goes first. Now Hunter, 35. Penalty. Both Hunters are going to the penalty box. 51 through 66. There could be a second penalty. There could be it is a second penalty on here. Who's going to get it? 1, 2, or 3. It'll be the visitor. The visitor gets the extra penalty, so David Hunter gets the extra penalty. And Calgary will be going on the power play. So the Hockeys are all sorted out here. The Hunter brothers are both going to the penalty box. We got Mark Hunter. He got 2 minutes for roughing. Dale Hunter, his brother, got 2 minutes for roughing, and plus he got the extra 2 minutes. So right now we got Calgary going on their first full power play with 5 minutes left here in the first period. So Calgary trying to equalize the game here. They got a +1. They got a +1 on the face-off, 11 on the +1. Advantage right defenseman, as they got the #1 forward lines out here with Suter and McInnes playing the points. And here comes Al McGinnis on the power play. 43 is a 29, taken away by the left defenseman, Paul Coffey. So the power play does not start out very good. 30 seconds into it, Edmonton has the puck coming down shorthanded. Paul Coffey, shorthanded, 63 is a 14. Not shorthanded, he's going to try and make a pass to eat up some time. Dice roll, going to the highest shot frequency. You're going to pass it to Hughes. 11 to 45 will use up some time. Is a 44. They use up 30 seconds on the power play. Or should I say the shorthanded. 4 minutes left here in the period. Edmonton still has the puck. 12 to 25, taken away by the right defenseman, Al McGinnis. And here it comes, Calgary. On the power play, McGinnis, 61 to 28, loses it back to Hughes. Been a very disappointing man advantage here for Calgary, as they got 30 seconds left to try and get the puck back and score. Here comes a shorthanded team. Hughes, 34 is a 31. Physical of 8, taken away by the opposing center. And here comes Nieuwendyk. Man advantage, Calgary, Nieuwendyk, 41's a 24, taken away by the left defenseman, Paul Coffey. And that ends the power play. Is the left defenseman. Coffey's going to slide the puck down the ice and try and get a change on the fly here. It is a 4. It's going to go to the left defenseman. And they make their changes, as they're going to have the F1s. And the D2s come out. So the left defenseman, second dice roll is a 5. Gretzky's going to go down there and battle him for the puck. And that's not going to... He's a 10. A 10 versus a 9. Gretzky actually takes it away. Wow, Gretzky showing some good corner battle abilities. So Gretzky with the 10. We got the 9. Gretzky has the puck. He's going to get it over to Messier, the left wing. Left wing on a slot battle. Left wing 3. Left wing 3. Slot battle. Left wing against a right defenseman. Right defenseman's an 8. The left wing's an 8. It'll be taken away by the right defenseman, McInnes. Now they got to do the same thing. They're going to get a change on the fly. McInnes slides it down the ice. Back down to Messier. We got the #1 lines and the #2 defense pairings here for the last 2.5 minutes of the period. Here comes Mark Messier. 42. 42 is a 3. 3 is going to drop to a 4. He will get a shot. Messier with a shot range of 26. Fires the puck. It's a 42. It is out of the range. 10th shot of the period for Edmonton. Mike Vernon. The 13's a 5. Saves it to the right wing. Joe Mullen. And here comes Calgary. Trying to battle back and score a goal here. Joe Mullen. 65's a 29, taken away. Left defenseman, Kevin Lowe. 90 seconds left in the period. Edmonton with a 1-0 lead. Kevin Lowe, 11's a 2. He is going to get a shot. Shot range of 13. Lets it rip. 43, out of the range. 11th shot, 4. Edmonton. Mike Vernon, 62 is a 4. Saves it to the left wing. Gary Roberts. 1 minute left in the period. Gary Roberts, the left wing. 61-28, taken away by Yari Curry. The last 30 seconds of the period. Edmonton trying to make something happen. Yari Curry, 21. 21's a 13. 13 will drop to a 14. Possible pass. It's a 6, so he's going to pass it to the 3rd highest shot frequency. He's going to pass it to Greg. 11-43, Greg will get a shot. Curry to Greg. Greg shooting through 24. Greg fires it out of the range. 12th shot of the period for Edmonton. Mike Vernon, 21, is a 6. He holds it for a face-off. The buzzer goes off, and that is the end of the first period here in Calgary. And on a power play goal by Wayne Gretzky, Edmonton leads this game 1-0. Let's get the ice cleaned up and ready for the second period of action. So we get ready for the second period of action. Little recap of the first period. Once again, Gretzky got his 4th goal of the tournament on a power play goal about halfway through the period there and give Edmonton their 1-0 lead. And in the first period, Edmonton had 12 shots on goal. Calgary had 5 shots on goal. Edmonton with 4 really good scoring opportunities. But Mike Vernon with 3 huge saves. And Mike Vernon is the reason that Calgary is not further behind in this game. So happy you're here to watch the Saturday game of the week. This is the second year I've done this. We're in this, usually starting in January. I'll do a 16-team single elimination tournament and play 1 game a week and play it on Saturday. So happy you're here, and let's get ready for the second period of action. Gretzky out on the ice, but Messier's going to take the face-off. He's a 4. Nieuwendyk's a 2, so +2 for Edmonton on the face-off. 4 on the +2. Advantage left defenseman Paul Coffey, and Edmonton coming down to start the second period. 64. 64 is a 6. 6 drops to a 7. Possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots to the block. Red dice is a 4. Calgary blocks it with a 9. Deflects it to the centerman, Nieuwendyk. 3rd block today for Calgary. Nieuwendyk on the attack. 42. 42 is a 5. That stays a 5. The highest assist, we got 2 guys with 41, so that'll be a neutral zone face-off. Both these teams won the Stanley Cup to get to the tournament here. Calgary was their only Stanley Cup they ever won. Edmonton was back in their glory days when they had the dynasty. +2 for Messier. 9 on the +2. Disadvantage center Nieuwendyk. And here comes Calgary with the puck. Joe Nieuwendyk. 11's a 1. Skates in and gets a shot. Nieuwendyk has a shot range of 35. Big shot ranges today. Nieuwendyk, 26. Puts it on the goalie. Grant Fuhr. Is he up to the task? 54 is a 32. He cannot make the save. Nieuwendyk scores the goal early in the second period. And Calgary lights the lamp, and they tie this hockey game up 1-1. The crowd is going crazy in Calgary. So 1 minute and 3 seconds into the second period, Joe Nieuwendyk scores his 3rd goal of the tournament. He had over 50 goals in the regular season. I think it was 51, and he's light the lamp here, so we're getting ready to face it off here again. And we got ourselves a 1-1 hockey game. Messier is a +2 on the face-off. +2. Messier could be getting kicked out. Got a snake eyes on the face-off on the +2. 2 through 7, the visitors kicked out. It's a 9. The home guy, Nieuwendyk, is kicked out. So Roberts is still a 2. So Messier is a +2 over Roberts. 5 on the +2. Disadvantage right wing. Joe Mullen has the puck. Calgary coming down in a tie hockey game. Mullen, 14's a 30. That's an icing. We are 90 seconds in. +2 for Messier in the offensive zone. 6 on the +2. Advantage left wing. Messier has the puck. In the offensive zone, 13 is a 5. He is going to get a shot. Messier, shot range of 26. Lets it rip. 23. Messier puts it on the goalie. Mike Vernon, can he come up big again? 43 is a 29. He cannot. And Edmonton answers right away. And they come back and they take the 2-1 lead. We got some action happening here early in the second period in Calgary. So 1 minute and 10 seconds after Calgary ties the game, Edmonton takes the 2-1 lead as Messier got his first goal of the 2 games with an assist from Gretzky and an assist from Coffey. We got the number 2 lines out here now. We got the linesman line and the Gilmore line. But now we have a 2-1 lead for Edmonton. It's Calgary. We had a very short time they had tied the game up. Linsman's a 3. Gilmore's a 4. So +1 on the face-off for Calgary. Advantage right wing. Here it comes. Taking Lube with the puck. The right wing, 41, is a 6. 6 will stay a 6. Possible block shot, 1, 2, 3, 4 shots for a block. Dice roll is a 2. Edmonton gets a block. 8 will be a face-off down at Edmonton's end. That is the second block shot today for Edmonton. 2.5 minutes into the period. Gilmore's a +1 in the offensive zone. 7, +1 offensive zone. Advantage right wing. Lube. What can Lube do? 61. 61's a 28 taken by the right wing. Glenn Anderson. Because they had a good chance down there in the offensive zone. Couldn't make anything happen. And now here comes Edmonton with the lead and the puck. 31's a 1. Edmonton skates down. Anderson gets a shot. Shot range of 32. That's a rip. 65 is out of the range. That's the 14th shot for Edmonton and second one of the period. Mike Vernon, 13's a 5. Saves it to the right wing. Hakan Lube. And here comes Lube with the puck. Calgary, 31. 31's a 2. He's going to skate. He's going to get a shot. Lube has a shot range of 22. It is a 63. Out of the range. 7th shot of the game for Calgary. Grant Fuhr, 41, is a 6. He'll hold it for a face-off down in Edmonton's end. Gilmore's the +1 in the offensive zone. 5 on the +1. Disadvantage right wing. Anderson trying to bring it out of the zone. Here comes Glenn Anderson. 13's a 3. Defense wins. He gets a shot on goal. Shot range of 32. 66 is out of the range. 15th shot for Edmonton. Mike Vernon. 13's a 5. Saves it to the right wing. Lube. Last time down the ice here for the number 2 lines. Lube on the attack. 24's a 9. Block shot. Left defenseman Paul Coffey. And here comes Edmonton. Paul Coffey, 63. 63's a 14. 14 drops to a 17. Wow, there's some good ODIA there. Taken away by the centerman Gilmore. 15 minutes left. We got to get a change on the fly. These number 2 lines are tired. It's a 2. Goes down to Linsman. We got the number 3s and the number 2s coming out. So we got the Otto line. We got the Suter and McCoon line. Change on the fly coming the other way. Linsman lets it go down there. It goes in the corner. Suter. So we got the number 3s. We got the number 2s. And the second dice roll of 2. We got the left defenseman. The right wing's going to go down there and challenge him for the puck. The right wing has a corner of 8. 9 for Suter. Suter holds the puck. And here comes Calgary. 15 minutes left here in second period. 42. 42 is a 5. 5 will go to a 6. Possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 shots. 1, 2, 5. Red dice. No block. It's a 6. So Suter's going to get a shot. Shot range of 14. Puts it out of the range. Third shot of the period for Calgary, 8th overall. Grant Fuhr, 24. It's a 19. The opposing left defenseman Suter has the puck. Calgary still under control. Gary Suter, 35. 35 is a 3. 3 drops to a 4. He is going to get a shot. Shot range of 14 for Suter. 54 is out of the range. 9th shot for Calgary. Grant Fuhr trying to make a clean save. Saves it to the left wing. David Hunter has the puck. One of the Hunter brothers from the Hunter family. And here comes Dave Hunter. 54 is a 32. We got to see if they got a physical of 14, 4, 7. Oh, yeah, they do. Taken away by the left wing Peplinski. Got some physical players out there for Calgary. Here comes Jimmy Peplinski. 63 is a 25. Goes back to the right defenseman, Greg. He skates behind the net. He's going to let the number 4 lines come out. Number 4 lines coming out for their one shift here in the period. And here they go with Randy Gregg starting to play for Edmonton. 22 is a 4. 4 will stay a 4. He is going to get a shot. Shot range of 24 for Gregg. 51 is out of the range. 16th shot for Edmonton. Mike Vernon. 42 is a 4, saves it to the left wing. Brian McClellan. And here comes Calgary on the attack. Down by 1. McClellan. 11's a 1. Skates in, he gets a shot. Shot range of 23 for McClellan. Lets it rip. It's a 53. Out of the range. 10th shot. 4. Calgary. Grant Fuhr. 51's a 3. Saves it to the centerman. Conacher. So we got 12 minutes left here in second period. Here comes Pat Conacher, 62. 62 is at 8. We got to see if they got forechecking. They do not have enough forechecking. So we got to see if they can clear it. They got to clear into 8. They clear the puck. We have a face-off down in Calgary's end. Calgary has some big defensive guys out there. So Conacher's a 1. Herdine is a 2, so +1 on the face-off for Calgary. +1 in the defensive end. 7 on the +1. Advantage right wing. McDonald trying to bring it out of the defensive end. Here comes Lanny McDonald. 43 is a 29. Interception and shot on goal. Left defenseman. Possible. Low's a shot frequency of 7. So it's 2 through 7 who gets the shot. It's a 3. So Low will get a shot. Shot range of 13. Out of the range. 17th shot for Edmonton. Vernon. 22's a saves it to the right defenseman, McCoon. And here comes Calgary, McCoon. 33 is a 2. He's going to skate down to get a shot. McCoon has a shot range of 16. The defenseman lets it rip. It's a 36. Out of the range. Calgary getting a few more shots this period. 6th shot of the period. 11th overall. 51 saves it to the centerman, Conacher. 10.5 minutes left here. Almost to the halfway point of the game. Here comes Conacher. 62's an 8. They do not have enough forechecking. We got to see if they can clear it with the 8. No clearing. We got a wide shot. Wide shot 10. Neutral zone face-off. We're halfway through the game. We got the number 1 lines coming out with the number 3 defense pairings. As this second period started out wild with 2 goals scored right away. Now things have settled down a little bit for both these teams. Now we got the number 1 lines out there with the Newendijk and Gretzky. So there's some powerful lines out there right now. As I said, we're halfway through the game. Messier's a 4. Newendijk's a 2, so +2 on the face-off. Edmonton, 5. +2, disadvantage, right wing, Joe Mullen with the puck. And here comes Calgary, trying to come down to get the equalizer. 54 is a 32. Got to see if they got 14. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They do not have 14 for the physicality. So he's going to pass the puck to Newendijk. Newendijk with the puck. 46 is a 41. We got to check for bench minors. 13 for Edmonton. No bench mine for Edmonton. Calgary's a 0 on bench minors. So now we got to check the dice and see if it's a 7. It's neutral zone face-off. So we had 11, 2 through 10. That'd be a neutral zone face-off. 9.5 minutes left here in the second period. Messier's the +2. 11 on the +2. Advantage right wing, Yari Curry. Been calling his number a little bit. Here he comes with the puck. Curry. 45 is a 14. 14 stays a 14. He's going to try a pass or assist. He's going to pass it to Gretzky. Assist to 43. Out of the range. Gretzky has the puck, but he does not get a shot. And here comes a great one. Wayne Gretzky. 41. 41's a 5. He will get a shot as Curry has a 43 assist. So Gretzky's going to shoot to 41. Fires the puck. Gretzky puts it on the goalie. Mike Vernon, can he make a save? 31 saves it to the centerman. Vernon comes up huge as he stones Gretzky. Was going for a second goal of the game. And here comes Newendijk the other way. Calgary, 42 is a 5. Anybody got a 42? They do not. The highest they have for a face for an assist is 41, so that'll be a neutral zone face-off. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second period. We got a 2-1 lead here for Edmonton. We got a face-off center ice. Messier is a +2 in the face-off zone. 10 on the +2 disadvantage left wing. Gary Roberts and Calgary wins the face-off. And here comes Calgary. 15's a 3. 3 will stay a 3, so we got a possible tip-in. 3 would be the highest, gets a 3. The highest tipper would be 7. Newendijk, a 7-3 on a tip-in. No tip-in. Screen, +2 for the original shooter. So 26 goes up to 32 for Roberts. Lets it fly. Puts it on the goalie. Roberts is in the range. Grant Fuhr, can he make the save? 65, he cannot make the save. Oh my, we got a screenshot. Newendijk got in the way. Roberts buries it, and we got a tie hockey game. Midway through the second period. How fun is this? So 7 minutes and 39 seconds left in the second period. Roberts scores as Newendijk got in front of Grant Fuhr on a screenshot. And this game is tied up at 2. And we got the number 2 lines coming out now. We got the Gilmore line coming out for Calgary. And we got the number 2 line of Linsman coming out here for Edmonton. So we are tied. 2's 2-2. Second period, we are 2-2. Face off, center ice. Gilmore is a +1 in the zone. +1, 6 on the +1. Advantage left defenseman. And here comes Dana Merzen with the puck. Calgary trying to come down and take the lead. 21's a 31. They got enough intimidation to take the puck away. Left defenseman Fogelin has it. 7.5 minutes left. Second period. Lee Fogelin, Edmonton, 12's a 25. Back to the right defenseman. Ramage for Calgary. Ramage with the puck. 63's a 25. Taken away by Donnie Jackson. Jackson bringing it back the other way for Edmonton. 41's a 24. Dana Merzen, defenseman, playing a little bit of back and forth. Calgary, Merzen, 23's a 22. Gets it to the centerman the other way. Here comes Linesman with the puck. Edmonton. Linesman with the puck. 44's a 1. He's going to get a shot. Shot range of 26 for Kenny Linesman. 53 is out of the range. Mike Vernon, 52's a 27. He cannot make a clean save. Now they got to see if they can clear it, but they do have a clearing of 8. They clear the puck. There'll be a face-off down in front of Calgary's goalie. As we got the number 3 forward lines coming out, and the number 1 defense pairings coming back out. So we got Otto, Peplinski, Hunter with McCrimmon and McInnes for Calgary. McClellan with Hunter and Hughes. We got the Hunter brothers going up against each other again in the number 1 defense pairings. Face off down on Calgary's end. We got a 1 versus a 3. Otto is a +3 in the defensive end. +3. Disadvantaged left defenseman Paul Coffey in the offensive zone. Trying to work it for a shot. 64 is a 6 in offensive zone. Possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4 shots for a block. Looking at the red dice. Block shot. Calgary. Block shot deflected to the right wing. Hunter. Fourth block shot for Calgary. And here comes Mark Hunter with the puck. 33's a 1. Skates down and gets a shot. Shot range of 31. Hunter fires it out of the range. Had a good look at the net. Grant here. 14's a 30. He cannot make a clean save. That goes back to Calgary. They're working it around. The opposing center, Otto's going to get a shot. Shot range of 31 for Otto. Otto puts it on the goalie. Grant here, is he up to it? What can he do? 66 saves it to the left defenseman, Coffey. Oh, what a huge, huge save for Grant Fuhr. Grant and Paul Coffey using to try a long pass with an assist of 5. Oh boy, it's going to be a breakaway. It's a 12. He gets the assist of 5. So Coffey gets it to Hughes on a 2-on-1 odd man rush, and here comes Hughes skating down the ice on a breakaway. 42 is a 2. He's going to get a shot and goal. Got to add his range. His range is going to go from a 25 to a 35. Hughes out of the range. Oh, what an opportunity that was for Edmonton. But Hughes cannot make a strong shot there. 51's a 3. Saves it to the centerman, Otto. We have 4 minutes left here in the second period. 2-2 hockey game. And here comes Calgary. Here comes Otto. 35. 35 is a 5. 5 will stay a 5. We have 41. McGinnis has a 41 assist, so Otto will get a shot. Shot range of 31. It's a 26. Otto puts it on the goalie. Grant Fuhr, can he make a save? 46-42. He cannot make a save. And Calgary at home as this crowd is going crazy. As Otto scores the goal to give Calgary the lead here late in the second period, 3-2. Wow. So a 3:29 left here in the second period. Wow, Calgary takes the 3-2 lead as Otto got his second goal of the tournament with Peplinski and McCrimmon with the assist. So we have a face-off with the number 3 lines still out there in the number 1 defense pairings. And Calgary with the 3-2 lead here in the second period. +3 for Otto on the face-off. 6 on the +3. Advantage center. Otto has the puck, and here comes Calgary with the lead and the puck in the offensive zone. 15's a 3. 3 will stay a 3, so that is a possible tip-in. Red dice is a 1, so the highest tipper. We got an 8 from Peplinski. He'll be the highest. He gets an 8-2 on a tip-in. 8-2, no tip-in. Goalie screen, +2 for original player. +2, so Otto gets a 33. Out of the range this time. 16th shot for Calgary. Grant Fuhr, 24 is a 19. Cannot make a clean save. It goes to the defenseman, McCrimmon. With 3 minutes left here in the period. Calgary still under control of the puck. McCrimmon, 12's a 25, taken away by the right defenseman, Huddy. And they got to get a change. Change on the fly. It's a 2. Goes to the opposing centerman. As we got the number 2 lines coming out here to finish up the period. The 2s and the 2s will be coming out here for Edmonton. And here comes the other way. Otto slides it down, trying to get a change. Same thing, it's a 2, so we got the 2s and the 2s to finish up the second period of hockey. And what a period of hockey it's been, as we've had 4 goals scored in the second period. 3 of them by Calgary to have the lead. And here comes linesman Edmonton trying to get an equalizer. 15's a 2. He skates down. He will get a shot. He has a shot range of 26 for Kenny Linesman. 15, he puts it on the goalie. Convernon, make the save. 24, is it 19? He cannot make the save. And late here in the second period, Edmonton comes down and scores. Linesman gets the goal. And we are tied up again. We are tied at 3. Wow. So with 1 minute and 11 seconds left here in the second period, Linesman comes down and scores. He gets his first goal of the 2 games. Assisted by Glenn Anderson and Kevin Lowe. And we have a tie hockey game. We have a face-off, center ice. Same lines out there. Gilmore's a +1 for Calgary. 7 on the +1. Advantage right wing. Here comes Lube with the puck. Calgary trying to get the lead back here. 34 is a 31. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Taken away by the left defenseman, Kevin Lowe. As they do got the 10 for the intimidation. Here comes Kevin Lowe in Edmonton. Kevin Lowe, 65 is a 35, and he is going to be going to the penalty box. Let's see if anything extra on it. 35, 62. He's going for the minor penalty with 30 seconds left here in the period. Kevin Lowe, Edmonton, going in the penalty box. And Calgary will have a power play for 30 seconds this period and start the third period with clean ice with power play. So after a penalty-filled first period with 5 penalties, that was the first penalty of the second period. His Lowe goes to the box. So Calgary bringing their number 1 lines out, and they got Suter playing the left defense. Edmonton has the right wing taken out here. We got a face-off. Nieuwendyk is a 2. Lensman's a 3, so a +1. We got a 11 on the +1. Advantage right defenseman. Here comes Huddy with the puck. Disadvantage. 31's a 6. On a disadvantage, neutral zone face-off. And that is the end of the second period. And what a second period it was. As we had 5 goals scored. 3 of them by Calgary. And we're going to go to the third period here in Calgary of an exciting 3-3 hockey game. A little recap of the second period, and what a second period it was. As Calgary scored first in the second period, Nieuwendyk to tie the game up at 1, then back and forth, Messier come back and scored a goal for Edmonton. Roberts and Otto both scored goals for Calgary, and late in the period, Linesman scored a goal to tie this game up at 3. So where the first period had a lot of penalties, the second period only 1 penalty, but 5 goals. So we're getting ready to go to the third period, tied at 3. And so far, shots on goal, Edmonton has 21 shots on goal. So they had 7 really good scoring opportunities. And the goalie, Vernon, been very good as he has stopped 4 of them. And the other way, we had Calgary with 16 shots on goals. 5 of them they put on the goalie. And their goalie, Firo, is only able to stop 2 of them. So let's get ready for the third period of action here. And the third period of action will be brought to you by the Tigerbob Sports Broadcasting Network station here. I would ask you here if you like some of the stuff you've been watching here. Been doing pretty much all the newer Apba games and some horse racing. Would love it if you haven't subscribed, if you could. Any likes, any comments? I'd like to hear it all. So let's get ready for action. What we got going on here? We got Nieuwendyk's a 2. We got Gretzky's a 3. No, Messier's a 4, so a +2. And right now, we still have another minute and a half of power play for Calgary. So +2 for Messier. Messier, 9 on the +2 will be a disadvantage center. Nieuwendyk has the puck on the power play. Joel Nieuwendyk skates in. 54 is a 32 with a man advantage. They're not going to have a physical of 16. So Nieuwendyk will pass the puck to Joe Mullen. Mullen has the puck. Calgary still with Mullen, 45. 45 is a 7 on the power play. Possible block shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots for the block. Looking at the red dice. It is a 5. Edmonton gets a block. With a 9, it deflects to the centerman, Gretzky. And here comes Edmonton. Gretzky, shorthanded. 64 is a 3. Shot and goal. If somebody's playing the point, nobody is playing the point, it'll be a neutral zone face-off. There we are, 30 seconds into second period. 3-3 hockey game. 1 minute left in the power play for Calgary. 6 on a +2. Advantage left wing. Messier. Here comes the man disadvantage team. Messier, 15. 15 is a 1. He skates down and gets a shot. Messier shoots to 26. Messier shoots it out of the range. Good shot ranges for these teams here. Vernon, 21 is a 6. He's going to hold it for a face-off. 30 seconds left here in the Calgary power play. +2 for Messier. 12 on the +2. Disadvantage left defenseman. Suter. Man advantage. Suter. 56. 34. Oh no, 34. He's going to go to the penalty box. And as Edmonton comes out of the penalty box, Calgary's going into the penalty box. And Edmonton will be going on to power play. So with 18 and a half minutes left in regulation of a 3-3 hockey game, Edmonton is going on to power play. This would be the third power play. And earlier in the game, Gretzky did score on a power play goal. So Messier is a +2. 8 on the +2. Advantage right defenseman. Huddy has the puck. And here comes the power play team. Charlie Huddy, Edmonton. 43 is a 29, taken away by the left defenseman, McCrinnon. That eats up 30 seconds of the power play for Edmonton. And here comes the shorthanded team. Brad McCrinnon, 64. 64 is a 23. Man disadvantage. Taken away by the right wing. Curry on the power play. 63 is a 16. Taken away by the left wing. No, 16. Intercepted left wing. That eats up 30 seconds. So we got 1 minute left in the power play for Edmonton. Here comes a shorthanded team. Roberts, shorthanded. 46 is a 42. Man disadvantage. 2 through 10. We will have a face-off. So we got a defensive zone face-off. That eats up another 30 seconds of the power play. And we got a face-off. Messier is a +2. 7 on the +2. Advantage center. Gretzky on the power play. Can he get a shot? 66 is a 1. He does. 41 will bump up to a 43. Gretzky, shot range of 43. 45 is out of the range. Wow. Vernon, 63 is a 38, holds it for a face-off down in Calgary's end. That will end the power play for Edmonton, as we are going back to some 5-on-5 action here. 16 and a half minutes left in the game. 3-3 hockey game. We got a face-off down in Calgary's end. We got the number 2 lines out. We got the linesman line versus the Gilmore line. +1 for Calgary on the face-off. Gilmore's a +1. 7 on the +1. Advantage right wing. Lube has to bring it out of the defensive end. Can he do it? 64 is a 4 out of the defensive end. He's going to get a shot. Shot range of 22 for Lube. Hakan Lube, 22, 14, puts it on the goalie. Grant Fuhr, can he make the huge save? Oh, he does, to the left defenseman Coffey. So Lube puts it right on. Grant Fuhr makes a huge save. Coffey has it. And he's going to try a long pass again with his assist to 5. 9 goes to 10. But then they got 13. So back down to 9. So 9 stays a 9. Pass to the second highest shot frequency in the neutral zone. Second highest shot frequency would be linesman. So Coffey gets it to linesman. Edmonton with the puck. Linesman 23. 23 is a 22. Taken away by the centerman. Gilmore. They're coming back the other way. Calgary, a 3-3 hockey game. Gilmore, 26 is a 14. 14 stays a 14. He's going to try a pass. Number 3, that'll go to the second highest shot frequency. That's to McGinnis, is a 20. 11-42. McGinnis has the puck, but he does not get a shot. Calgary still on the attack. McGinnis, 31 is a 3. 3 stays a 3. Possible tip in. 5. That'll be the second highest tip in. Second highest would be, we will go with Patterson. See, is a 6-6 on a tip in. 6-6, so he gets a +2. Patterson shoots to 25. Out of the range. The goalie, Fear, on an out of range shot, 24. It's a 19, cannot make a clean save. Goes back to the opposing left defenseman, McCrimmon. At this point in time, he's just going to skate around. He's actually going to do a change on the fly. They got to get some fresh legs out there. It's a 3. So all comes to number 3 lines. Number 2 defense pairings for Calgary. And then Edmonton's going to try and do the same thing. What a hockey game this has been. What a tournament this has been. Change on the fly is a 5. We're going to have a little battle for the puck down in the corner down there. So we got the number 3s, the number 2s. Second dice roll is a 5, so the centerman, McClellan. McClellan is a 12. McClellan takes the puck away. He goes to the highest shot frequency. It's going to go to Hughes. So the right wing on a slot battle. A right wing 2 on a slot battle against the centerman. Right wing is a 7. The centerman is a 10. Otto takes the puck away. And here comes Calgary. Boy, Calgary has some bruisers on their team, don't they? Here comes Joel Otto. Just over 5 minutes gone in the third period. Otto, 55 is a 2. He skates down. He's going to get a shot. Otto with a shot range of 31. Lets it rip out of the range. Third shot of the period. 19th overall for Calgary. Here comes Grant Fuhr, 16. It's a 28. Not a clean save. They got to see if they can get cleared with a 7. It is a 7. They clear it. There'll be a face-off down in front of Grant Fuhr. 14 minutes left in the game here. Face-off down in front of Grant Fuhr. We got a +3 for Otto on the face-off in the offensive zone. 7 on the +3. Advantage left wing, Peplinski. Can Peplinski get a shot? 41 is a 24, taken away by the left defenseman Lowe. What an opportunity Calgary had. They cannot get a shot. And here comes Kevin Lowe. 65 is a 35. We're looking at possible penalties. 35-44. Kevin Lowe has taken a minor penalty in Calgary. Going on the power play for the 4th time. So the 4th power play for Calgary. Got Neuendijk line out there with the number 1 defense pairing. So they got the number 1 team out there versus the number 3 forward lines and number 1 defense pairings for Edmonton. So +1 for Neuendijk. 8 on the +1. Disadvantage left wing. And here comes the shorthanded team. Dave Hunter. 64 is a 5. That'll be a neutral zone face-off. That eats up 30 seconds of the Calgary power play. Neuendijk. +1. 5 on the +1. Disadvantage right wing. There's not a disadvantage right wing out there. 5 on the +1. We got an 8 on the +1. Disadvantage left wing. Here comes the man disadvantage. Hunter again. 36 is a 35. 35 goes up to a 34. And we have ourselves another penalty here for Edmonton. 36. Wow, Hunter So Calgary's going to go on a 2-man advantage here in the third period, as Edmonton has to quit making these dumb penalties. So 12 minutes left in regulation here in the third period of a 3-3 hockey game. Hunter for Edmonton goes to the penalty box, and for the next minute, Calgary will have a 2-man advantage. So let's get ready for some 5-on-3 hockey. See if Calgary can do something with the opportunity here. So +1 on the face-off for Edmonton linesman. 7 on the +1. Advantage right wing. They don't have to have a right wing out there. 3 on the +1. Advantage left wing. No left wing out there. 2. Now we got somebody might get kicked out. The +1, 9. Both are kicked out. So it's still up. Now it's a +2 for Calgary on the face-off. 6 on the +2. Advantage left wing. Roberts has it. And we're talking a 2-man advantage. Here comes Roberts on the attack. 2-man advantage. 66 is a 1. He skates in. He gets a shot. Shot range. A +10. So it's 26 goes up to a 36. Roberts fires it at the goalie. Shot range of 36. It's a 31. He puts it on Grant Fuhr. Can Fuhr make the save? 16 is a 28. He cannot make the save. And with the 2-man advantage, Calgary here in this third period takes the 4-3 lead. So with 11:14 left in the game, Roberts scores the second goal of the game and third of the tournament on the 5-3 power play. And Calgary takes the 4-3 lead. And we still got a minute and a half left of Calgary on the power play. So they got the number 1 lines out here, number 1 defense pairings. With a man advantage, +1 for Edmonton on the face-off. 6 on the +1. Advantage, left defenseman, Paul Coffey. Here comes the man disadvantage team. Down by 1. Paul Coffey, 61. Is a 16. Taken away by the left wing Roberts on the power play for Calgary. Roberts, 25 is a 3. He skates down on the power play, and he gets a shot at the goal. 26 bumps up to 31. No, 32. It is a 22. Roberts puts it on the goalie. Grant Fuhr has to come up big here. 64 is a 5. He holds it for a face-off as they do not have a right wing in there. But Grant Fuhr does come up big on that one there. And that does eat up another 30 seconds of the power play. 1 minute left in the power play for Calgary. +1 for Edmonton. 9 on the +1. Advantage center. Here comes the man disadvantage team. Linsman, 41 is a 24. Goes back to the opposing left defenseman. McCrimmon on the power play for Calgary. Bradley McKinnon, 63 is a 25. Goes back to Huddy in Edmonton. 30 seconds left. And the man advantage for Calgary. Huddy, 36 is a 33 on the man disadvantage. That'll be taken away by the opposing left wing Roberts. One last rush on the power play for Calgary. 64 is a 6 with the man advantage. Possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4 shots for the block. Looking at the red dice, it is a 4. Edmonton blocks it. Oh, no, they block it to the shooter for a screen shot. So 26. Screen shot gets a +1 plus the other +2, so it goes up 3. 33 is the range for Roberts. Oh, he puts it on the goalie. Grant Fuhr, can you make a save? 34, 31. He could not make the save. And Calgary scores again on the power play. And they've taken a 2-goal lead here over Edmonton halfway through the third period. And this crowd in Calgary, they are excited and stunned as their team has the 2-goal lead over the powerhouse Edmonton Oilers. So exactly 10 minutes left in the hockey game. Calgary scores again on a power play goal. Roberts from Nieuwendyk again. Roberts got the hat trick today. 4 goals in the tournament. 3 today for Roberts as he's been unstoppable. And Calgary has the 5-3 lead. As we got the number 1 lines and the number 3 defense pairings out on the ice. With the face-off, center ice. We're finally going to some 5-on-5 hockey. As Edmonton, with the penalties, have just really hurt themselves. And now they got to fight to get back in the game. We got Gretzky, Messier's a 4, so +2 on the face-off. 6 on the +2. Advantage left wing. Here comes Messier. Here comes Edmonton. Down by 2. Messier 54 is a 32. 4-8. Intimidation taken away by the left wing. Calgary Roberts. The physicality of Calgary has really been showing today. Roberts with the puck. 62. 62 is a 8. As they got a forecheck of 12. He will get a shot. Roberts shoots to 26. Roberts puts it on the goalie again. Grant Fuhr. 31 saves it to the left wing. Boy, that one was needed. They cannot afford to fall down by another one. 9 minutes left in the game. Here comes Mark Messier in Edmonton. 53. 53 is in the matchup. Matchup 7 for Messier. Go to the matchup chart. Left wing. Left wing battles the corner of the opposing right defenseman. Left wing has a 13 in the corner battle. Right defenseman is a 2. So a plus is 11. So a +2 for Messier. Messier's going to keep it. Pass to the highest shot frequency for a shot. He's going to pass it to Gretzky. Gretzky's shot range is going to be 42. Gretzky puts it on to goalie Vernon. Can Mike Vernon make a save? 14's a 30. He cannot make the save. Gretzky scores. And we got ourselves a 5-4 hockey game. We got fireworks going on here in Calgary. So with the 8:23 left in regulation on a matchup, Messier got the puck to Gretzky, and Gretzky buried it past Vernon. And we got ourselves a 5-4 hockey game. As Edmonton is not done. We got a +2 for Messier on the face-off. That was Gretzky's 5th goal of the tournament, 2nd today. And with the assist from Messier. So 6, or 5. 5 on the face-off, 5 on the +2. Disadvantage right wing. Mullen and Calgary wants to come down and get their 2-goal lead back. Here comes Joe Mullen. 31's a 1. He's going to get a shot. Shot range of 31 for Mullen. Can they answer? 35 is out of the range. That is the 24th shot today for Calgary. Grant Fuhr. 26 is a 30. Cannot make a clean save. They're working around. And Nieuwendyke's going to get a shot. Shot range of 35 for Nieuwendyke. Nieuwendyke puts it on the goalie. Puts it on Fuhr. Fuhr, what can he do? 44 saves it to the right defenseman Jackson. Fuhr. Big again. So the right defenseman. He's an escape behind the net. Out comes the number 2 lines. We got the linesman line coming out. And we got the Gilmore line coming out. 8 minutes left in the 3rd period of an exciting 5-4 hockey game. And here comes Donnie Jackson on the attack. 21. 21 to 31. Taken away by the left defenseman. Taken away by Merzin. And here comes Calgary with the puck. Trying to make something happen. Merzin, 11's a 1. Skates down and gets a shot. Shot range of 12. 55 is out of the range. 26 shot on goal today for Calgary. Grant Fuhr, 62's a 5. Saves it to the right wing. Saves it to Anderson. And here comes Edmonton. Down by 1. Glenn Anderson, 36 is a 34. And he is going to the penalty box again, and Calgary's power play team is coming out again. So 6.5 minutes left in the period here in regulation. Edmonton, Anderson going to the penalty box. Calgary's power play team, they're going to switch it up a little bit. They're going to have Herdina out here with McClellan and Calgary. They're going to be playing the forward lines with McCrimmon and McInnes. It's the number 2 line, it's the number 1 line there. Roberts and company, they just been out there for too much. They got to get a little break. So here we go with the face-off. We got a 3 for linesman, 4 for Otto, so +1 for Calgary on the face-off, on the power play, +1, 9 on the +1, advantage center. Here comes Herdina with the puck. Man advantage. 26 is a 16. The man advantage taken away by the left wing Posar. And here comes the shorthanded team. He's up 30 seconds of the power play. And here comes Jaroslav Posar, 15. 15 is a 4. On the shorthanded, that'd be a neutral zone face-off. Eats up another 30 seconds. We're halfway through the Calgary power play. +1 for Calgary on the face-off, 9 on the +1 advantage center. Here comes the power play team. Here comes Herdina skating down the ice. 31's a 1. He's going to get a shot. His 24 is going to bump up to a 26. Herdina fires it out of the range. 11th shot of the period, 27th of the game for Calgary. Grant Fuhr, 52 is a 27. Could not make a clean save. They got to try and clear it with a 6. They get a 3. They do clear it. Eats up another 30 seconds of the man advantage for Calgary. 5 minutes left in the game. And we're going to have some line changes for the face-off. 5 minutes left here. In regulation, Calgary Flames holding a 1-goal lead. We got a face-off. We got a +3 for Otto. They got the number 3 lines out. 10 on the +3. Disadvantage center. Here comes a shorthanded team. McClellan eating up the last 30 seconds of the shorthanded situation. McClellan, 56 is a 35. 35 will drop to a 34. And right as they were coming out of the penalty box, now McClellan's going to the penalty box. And this penalties have just killed Edmonton all day long. So we have 4.5 minutes left in the game. Calgary leading 5-4. And Edmonton going to the penalty box again. This would be the 7th power play today for Calgary. They got the number 2 lines out here with the number 1 defense pairings. So we got Gilmore, Patterson, Lube, McCrinnon, and McInnes for the power play for Calgary. Calgary's a +1 on the face-off, 10 on the +1. Disadvantage center. Here comes the shorthanded team. Linesman, Edmonton has to make something happen shorthanded. 35 is a 4. That'll be a neutral zone face-off. Eats up 30 seconds of the power play. 4 minutes left in the game. 90 seconds left in the power play. Gilmore's a +1. 5 on the +1. Disadvantage right wing. There's not one out there. Dice roll. 10 on the +1. Disadvantage center. Linesman with the puck. Man disadvantage. Here comes Edmonton. 56 is a 35. 35 will go to a 34 on a man disadvantage. And we have ourselves another penalty for Edmonton. It is just non-stop guys going to the penalty box. So we're halfway through the first penalty. Now Edmonton has 2 guys in the penalty box. So 4 minutes left in the game. And Calgary has a 2-man advantage for the second time in the game. For the next 1 minute of the game, they got a 2-man advantage. And both these teams have brought their number 1 lines out here. So that's what we got going on. We got Gretzky centering the defense here. And we got Roberts, Neuendijk, Mullen, McCrimmon, and McInnes with the 2-man advantage. 5. Gretzky's a 3. So 5 on the +1 for Gretzky. Disadvantage right wing. Mullen has the puck with the 2-man advantage. Here comes Calgary. Mullen, 45, is a 7 with the 2-man advantage. Possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots for the block. It is a 5. Edmonton gets a block. 11. Deflects to the opponent's highest shot frequency. So they get the block, but end up going right back to Mullen. Mullen with the puck. 2-man advantage. 24's a 9. He's going to get a shot. 31's going to go up to a 41 on a 2-man advantage. He lets it rip. It's a 46. It is out of the range. Grant Fuhr. 21 is a 14 on the save. Kick to the right defenseman, Huddy. That eats up 30 seconds of the 5-on-3. So 30 seconds left of being down by 2 men. And here comes Huddy with the puck. 2-man is advantage. 15 is a 3 on a 2-man shorthanded. Neutral zone face-off. Now we got a first guy's out of the penalty box. Now we got 2.5 minutes left. Neutral zone face-off. And we got a 5-on-4. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. 1 minute left in the Calgary power play. Gretzky's a 3. Messier's a 4. Nieuwendyk's a 2, so +2 for the shorthanded team. 12 on the +2. Disadvantage left defenseman McCrimmon on the power play. Here comes Calgary on the power play. 21 is a 31. They got a physical at 12? They do not. So he is going to pass it to Roberts. Roberts on the power play. Already has 3 goals today. 54 is a 32. He's going to pass it to Nieuwendyk. Has the puck now. Calgary still with the puck. Nieuwendyk, 64 is a 5 on the power play. He will get a shot. Going to bump it up 2. So his 35 goes to 41. Nieuwendyk shoots it out of the range. Huge shot range, but it's out of the range. Grant Fuhr, 41, is a 6. He's going to hold it for a face-off. As they are down to the last 30 seconds of the power play. Messier, +2. 7 on the +2. Advantage center. Here comes the man disadvantage Gretzky. 56 is a 33 on a man disadvantage. Wow, taken away by the opposing left wing. And here comes the man advantage team. Roberts, 31, is a 5. He's going to get a shot. 26 goes up to 32. Puts it on the goalie. Can Grant Fuhr make a save? Keep him in the game. 36, 33. Grant Fuhr cannot make the save. And we got a power play goal. And Calgary's going to salt this thing away. And looking like they are going to the Final Four. So we're down to the final 128 in the game. And we got Calgary scoring again on the power play. That is their 3rd power play goal of the game. And they got the 6-4 lead as Edmonton keeps going to the penalty box. So with this much time left, 128, they're going to pull their goalie. Posar is going to come in here. And he's going to play. He's going to be in there for the goalie. Fuhr's out of the game. So 3 and 12. The face-off will go to Posar. Messier's a 4. Nieuwendyk's a 2. +2 for Edmonton. 9 on the +2. Disadvantage center. Nieuwendyk has the puck. This is a 4-check, 1 chart for Nieuwendyk. 65 is a 29. Taken away by the left defenseman, Paul Coffey. We're down to the last minute of the game. Here comes Edmonton with a pulled goalie. Levin's a 1. Coffey skates in and gets a shot. Coffey, shot range of 24. Out of the range. That's only the 4th shot of the period for Edmonton. 25th in the game. Vernon, 43 is a 29. Cannot make a clean save. It's going to go back to Edmonton. They're going to work it around. And Messier is going to get a shot. Shoot to 26. Messier puts it on the goalie. Puts it on Vernon. What can Vernon do? 46-42. He cannot make the save. And right as we get down to the last 30 seconds of the game, Edmonton does score a goal. It is 6-5. This game is not over. So with 22 seconds left in regulation here, Edmonton scores a goal. And they cut it down to 6-5. So there's not much hope for him, but there is a little bit of hope. As we got the goal from Messier, his second of the game, with an assist from Coffey. So Messier, 2 goals in the 2 games, and second one of the game. So we got a face-off at center ice. We still have the extra attacker on the ice for Edmonton. We got Posar out there. So 3 and 12, it will go to Posar. So we got a face-off. Messier is a +2 on the face-off. 7 on the +2. Advantage center. Here comes Edmonton with the extra skater. Gretzky skating down the ice. 52 is a 30. That will be a passer assist. A 1 to the highest shot frequency. Highest shot frequency will be Messier. 11 through 64. Messier will get a shot. So Gretzky gets to Messier. Messier gets a shot. Shot range of 26. It's a 25. Messier puts it on the goalie. Can Vernon make the save? Here we go. 44. Saves it to the right defenseman. Vernon makes the save. Buzzer goes off. And this game is over. As Edmonton tried for some heroics in the last minute of the game, trying to come from a 2-goal deficit, but Mike Vernon was up to the task. And this game's going to end with a 6-5 Calgary win. And they're going to go to the Final Four here in the 2026 tournament. So a recap here of a crazy game here played in Calgary of a couple Canadian teams. Edmonton against Calgary. Calgary survives a ferocious rally at the end by Edmonton 6-5. As Mike Vernon made the big save there on Messier as the game ended. So the third period had another 5 goals scored. As after a very quiet first period, there was only 1-0 Edmonton. There was 10 goals scored in the next 2 periods of hockey. As the main thing was, Edmonton kept going to the penalty box. Roberts scored a hat trick all in the third period. He had 4 goals overall to lead Calgary to, can't really say an upset because both these teams are Stanley Cup champions. So Calgary definitely deserving. But Messier scored the goal with 22 seconds left. And then he almost scored again. And that's how the game ended. 6-5. As Roberts definitely the star of the game with his 4 goals. Overall, Calgary had 6 goals, 30 shots on goals, 12 scoring opportunities. Out of the 12 scoring opportunities, the goalie Fear was able to stock 6 of them. Calgary went to the penalty box 4 times for 8 minutes. But all the penalties for Edmonton, Calgary was 3 for 8 on the power play, no shorthanded goals. Edmonton, 5 goals. They had 27 shots on goals, 10 scoring opportunities. Vernon stopped 5 of them. They went to the penalty box 8 times for 16 minutes, and they were 1 for 3 on the power play. So looking ahead, this gets Calgary into the Final Four, and in a couple weeks they'll be playing the 97-98 Boston Bruins with a chance to go to the championship. And on next week's Saturday game of the week, we will have the New York Rangers that knocked off the Red Wings 7-3, going up against the Washington Capitals, the 85-86 Washington Capitals and 93-94 New York Rangers, battling next week right here on the Tigerbob Sports Broadcasting Network. Made it to the end. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, always keep playing the Apba sports games. They are the most fun and most realistic games out there, in my opinion. Boy, was this one exciting. Alrighty, you guys. Have a great week. Goodbye.